And think about if an NBA team just tanked throughout the whole season. Do you think that's a good idea? Mark Cuban agreed, thought it was a good idea for the Oklahoma City Thunder to do so. But do you think that they should listen to his advice?
This is one of those ideas that you take to Shark Tank and everyone just rips it apart. Mark Cuban, I don't think he's even trying to be slick because we don't believe you need more people. This is obvious. He sees what's going on with Oklahoma City. He knows that they're, one of those top franchises in the West. And so he figures, if you guys are hurt, just take the season off, get someone back to health. That's a great option for someone who doesn't have talent or for someone who needs, another piece. I believe the time for the Thunder is now. You've got Westbrook and Durant in the prime of their careers. You got to win now. You don't take the time and kind of wait and try to get another piece and put it off. You are not the Spurs, and you don't have the same coach as Pop does. As Pop for the Spurs there. So I believe he's just trying to make this franchise kind of take it easy. So his Mavs, which are on the up and up, so they can make some serious moves out in the West.
Definitely think there was a little bit of tongue-in-cheek going on there when he was talking about that. But when you think about the idea of tanking, think about the idea of quitting, laying down, giving up. There's no hope. How do you tell a franchise mentally there's just no hope? Just take the whole season off. You can't do that. You can't do that as an NBA franchise, especially when you have two superstars like Westbrook and Durant. I mean, they're franchise-changing players. They're two of the faces in the NBA. So definitely tanking is not the idea, but in Philadelphia, Sam Hinkie is giving the one-finger salute to the NBA lottery system right now by his idea of not tanking, but not getting good players on the team too as well. With him playing a lot of rookies, him playing a lot of second-year players, and making sure he can get a higher draft pick to turn the team around. Costing this 2-year plan. Now, I don't know if this is going to work in the future, but I believe right now there are 4 college basketball teams that could beat the 76ers right now. Kentucky, Arizona, Duke, and Wisconsin. I want to see them play against the 76ers right now, and I guarantee you in a 7-game series, those 4 teams could probably beat the 76ers right now.
Now, don't forget, players on the 76ers did play college ball themselves.
Yeah, but that was just like last year. So it wasn't like they have 10, 15 years inside the NBA. They're still a little bit wet behind the ears in the NBA right now. So I definitely think of the potential of tanking is something that the NBA draft lottery system needs to be changed, though, moving forward, because you can't have something like this moving forward because it's just bad basketball.
Absolutely.
It brings in a bad brand of basketball. Nobody
Absolutely.
wants to sit down and watch that all the time.
And absolutely, most importantly, in terms of bad basketball, you got to feel for the fans. I mean, Philadelphia is a proud town. Sports is so huge for this town. So to subject your fans to that, it's unforgivable. Some would say.
Exactly.
But, the strategy. If it plays off, who knows? There could be some bright times ahead.
That's a big if. That is a huge if.
I'm just trying to keep the silver linings out here.
Potential is the one thing that could get a coach fired and get a GM fired. And in the city of Philadelphia, of brotherly love, they boo Santa Claus and Destiny's Child. Remember that.
End of story.
Yeah, exactly.
Steve, I know you have a few thoughts on what Mark Cuban said. Let us know.
Thanks, guys. Once again, we're talking here at Shed's Block. Mark Cuban. You got to love this guy, man. He's always talking crazy. He always has these ideas. But he's a great owner in my eyes, man. He's always a hands-on type of guy. And for him to throw this fire at Oklahoma City, obviously he's trying to make it better for his team by telling Oklahoma City, just go ahead and tank. Try to get a player or whatnot so, Dallas can get a shot at going to the finals this year. But I don't think that's a strategy that the Thunder should use this year, pretty much because their window is really closing. LeBron James is still trying to figure things out in Cleveland. You got Derrick Rose over there. Whether or not he stays healthy throughout the whole season, who knows? But pretty much the NBA championship is up for grabs right now. All you got to do is kind of beat the Spurs, but they're getting older. And we say this every year, they're getting older, but it's still up in the air. And the Thunder can fight around and come back and get maybe an 8th seed in the West. It's going to be hard, but Durant and Westbrook are coming back around Christmas, so they still have a fighting chance of getting the playoff spot. And if you're facing the Thunder as the 8th seed in the NBA playoffs, you must be mad at the gods for putting you against that battle right there, because these guys are going to come out on fire. They're going to be ready to go. And like I said, I think his window for winning a championship with Kevin Durant and Westbrook is really closing. And if they think about tanking, I don't see that happening. But if they think about tanking, you may be in a situation where you may actually lose Durant, going back home to, the Wizards or whatever he's talking about with that situation. But tanking is a really hard situation. I particularly don't endorse it because I don't like losing, even though my fantasy team is really bad right now and everybody keeps giving me grief for it. Whatever. I don't endorse tanking because as a competitor, you want to win. Any game you play in, you want to win. No matter how much money you're getting paid, no matter what endorsement deals you have on the side, even though it's a pay-for-play league, you still want to win. You still want to compete. This is a job that you enjoy. You don't want to go out there and lose every time. I mean, for me, as a competitor, I would never want to be a part of the team that's tanking, just because I understand the rebuilding process, but I don't understand the fact that we have to lose every game and not even compete. That's not even fun. That makes you not want to come to your job and actually have fun and enjoy yourself. I don't want to see that happen, and I definitely don't think the Thunder is going to do that. But Mark Cuban, nice try. I don't think it's going to happen. Thunder still has a shot of making the playoffs, and I believe they might slip into that 8th seed, depending on how Westbrook and Durant come back after Christmas. But we'll see how that goes. But back to you guys.